probably the most major exercise that we have for the horizontal push of the upper body involving the pectorals and the tricep is the barbell bench. The first thing that I want to do is I want to show you exactly how to set up the rack as well as your bench for the barbell bench. First thing that we want to do is we want to lay down the bench. We want to make sure that as we lay, we're looking directly up at the bar to begin with. Or we're positioned just a little bit behind it right now. Okay? Second thing is when we grab the bar, we want to have a little bit of a bend in our elbow. And that little bit of a bend in the elbow then, when extended, raises the bar up over this J hook and gets just to the pop spot where we barely are able to get off of that J hook without reaching and overreaching past the point of being in a dangerous position. Okay, so for me right now, I've preset it up. I've got just a little bend in that elbow, and then when I extend, I lift it just over that J hook. Now, the most important thing is that we don't have these J hooks set so low that when I actually take it off, I'm over the top of those J hooks. Because what we want to do is when we're done with our set, we want to just put it back against the J hook and then just know that we can drop it down and hook onto this J hook. So the most important thing we do is set up our rack to make sure that we're safe before we even do this movement. Once we do the movement, we've done this many times with the dumbbells, we've done this with our push-ups. We want to make sure that we've got that 45-degree angle with our elbow. We want to make sure that our wrist stays over our elbow, which means the weight stays over that elbow. And then ultimately, as we come down, we want to hit that xiphoid process. So 6 feet of contact, 6 points, 2 feet, 2 hips, 2 shoulders. Grab that bar, typically about a thumb width away from the smooth is our initial starting spot. And then from there, squeeze our shoulders into the bench. Extend those arms to get it just above the J hook. Bring it just above our eyes, right over our shoulders. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and bring our elbows down into a 45-degree angle. Again, our wrists stay right over our elbows. And then that bar is going to come right down to that xiphoid process. Make sure that it gets touch. And then we're driving right back up. At the top, the weight sits over my shoulders and my elbows. At the bottom, it just sits over my elbows. And then we drive back up. 45-degree angle all the time. Once we're tired, we go ahead, we rack that bar, and just let it sit on those J hooks to finish out our movement.